It was very good. I just spent time with my family
Mm-hmm.
and did the cleaning
Mm-hmm.
in the house and just that.
You didn't decorate?
Sorry?
Did you decorate for Christmas?
No, no, because um we are preparing the home change. I don't
Oh,
know what is the word for mudanza.
no, no, no. The move.
The move? Uh,
Yeah,
just, just like
we're
that?
referring the move. Mm-hmm. Or the home move.
Yes. Maybe in 2 weeks,
Oh
I
my
I'm
God.
going to put
Finally.
a tree.
Oh my God. Good. Yes. Fine. That's so good. That's very, very good news. I really hope it
Thank
comes
you.
positive. Mhm. Well, guys, that's very good. That's very, very, very nice. Um, um, let's do some evaluation on your vocabulary. I want you to produce English today and to give you feedback on vocabulary, words, and stuff. Okay, so let's talk about English production. Let's talk about um, speech, the way you speak, the way you talk, and you're gonna talk. That's basically what we're gonna do today. Okay. Um, B2 first intro over here. Speaking. We're gonna do a small simulation on the speaking test, and then I'm gonna give you feedback on everything that you are saying. So we're gonna present a little exercise on conversation. Let me open it because I don't have it open. And the next exercise is so interesting, but I want to practice speaking right now with you first. Where are you? B2 first is over here. Mm, there it is. Okay, I want to show you a couple of pictures, okay? Do you see them well?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So the idea is that I'm gonna make you talk for. I was gonna give you 2 minutes, but Jesse is here, so now you're gonna have 5. I want you to talk during 5 minutes. The three of you make a conversation about the following question: how important is it to help people in these situations? Okay? You are going to
Okay.
talk about it together. Any questions?
Yes, the second image uh, is a woman lost or what? Or
Mm,
maybe she just got stolen
I don't think she's stolen. She's very relaxed.
looking
I
for
don't think
her
so.
pet.
Exactly. That's probable. Whatever comes to your mind, you know? Whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready? Make a conversation. It's the three of you talking, okay? I'm gonna be writing notes about your speech. Whenever you start, the clock starts. Action.
I think that in the first image is very important that someone helps to the guy because he's practicing
Mhm.
sport, and he needs somebody to knows about how to treat the injured.
Yeah, correct. I think that is important too because he may be injured, as you said. Well, fun fact: my father also was a footballistic, uh, and she got injured in similar. It got uh, he got a similar case, a similar injury in his leg, and then he got retired from football or from practicing football.
Mm, can you listen me?
Yes, we can hear you, but your microphone sounds very, very like disconnected.
Okay. Let me. Now,
Okay, a little better. Mhm. Chris, in order to continue the conversation, ask a question. Don't
now, can
stop
you listen me?
speaking. Yes. I hear you.
Thank you.
So the
Okay.
last person who was speaking was Chris. But Chris, don't stop speaking. Ask a question to continue the conversation.
Okay, what do you think, Elsie? Have you ever practiced a sport, and have you ever got injured in a game or practicing a sport?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. What is for me?
Uh, it was for Jesse.
Ah,
Jesse,
yes,
I think,
yes.
yeah.
Not really. I fortunately um I didn't get or have an injury, but I don't used to play in a sport like football, but I run. And one time I have a age in yes, in a fit, but it but don't don't happen some more. It's just a age for a week. But after I look at for information, I look at information, sorry, and I found that it's so important. I don't know how to say calentar in English, but yes, move the body before do an exercise, but not have in English. I am not sure about it, but in English, yes. And that's all. I don't know, Elsie. Have you ever injured injured? Sorry, in a sport or in a play?
no, I was thinking, and I think that I haven't. Um, Unfortunately, I never practice any sport. I am very boring person, and I don't know I don't know to do these things. But mm, but I am running in the morning, and it's it's good, and I don't get any injury yet. um what do you think about the second image? I think that Christian was right. I think that the woman is asking about directions to get some place.
Yeah, maybe it can be that she lost a pet, or maybe, as you say, she's looking for a place and she's asking for directions. What do you think, Jesse?
Time's up. Time is up. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to find your information. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to open feedback session for everybody who spoke. And I took the following notes that would be very relevant at the moment of an exam. Okay. The text that you are looking at have important corrections to be made. When it comes to speaking, the most important task is to self-correct yourself. Self-correct yourself is redundant. Self-correct, you know, everything that you are saying needs to be rephrased it or evaluated by you. You need to check if you are speaking correctly or not. Don't continue the conversation just for the necessity of saying things, you know. So in this case, for example, we have time. No, we have 5 minutes. In a normal exam, you have only 2 minutes, and that's it. So I understand the necessity to speak quickly and to consider things quickly. So you need to find a balance on correction and vocabulary. Find the balance and speak. Okay. There are a lot of comments that I would like to talk and to use right now. Fortunately, nobody used new vocabulary that was like very, very necessary. Probably only Jessica when she said calentar. In an exam, Jessie, you cannot say how do you say calentar. That's the reason in the class I tried to tell you, find a synonym or find another way to say it. Because you cannot use another language in an official exam. That's
Yes,
negative.
after I say to move the body
Yes, and that was
before.
perfect. That was perfect. Actually, you should start there. Because if you
Yes,
speak Spanish in an exam, it's a cancellation for your test.
okay.
I accept it because it's I'm not uh, an official institution, but in an official
Mhm.
institution, that's going to be a very, very negative thing. And then later you demonstrated that you can. So it was not necessary to say that. You can only speak with, well, it's important to move your body before doing exercise because you prevent injuries, blah, 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 blah. it was not necessary to say the other expression. You know, that's the only most important negative that I observed. The rest was pretty much good. Okay. So having that into consideration, let's talk about corrections, right? I had someone said he needs somebody to know about how to treat the injured. Abilities on word transformation. There is a difference between injured which is a verb, is a regular verb, and injury, which is a noun. You see? We are talking about suffixes and prefixes. It's very different to say injure, injured, and injury. How do you know, in this case, that you need the noun? Ideas.
Or not that.
Exactly. This is the principal indication that you need the noun. Because you said the article, you need to say injury, not injured. He needs somebody to know about how to treat the injured.
It was me.
Yes. Yes, I think it was you. You know. And having that now that you mention it, I remembered that in this particular sentence there are two mistakes. Also, the connector to. The person doesn't need a person to know. Then the person needs somebody that knows or somebody who knows. So in this case, it's very different to say this is correction C, no B. Let's go to correction A. He doesn't need somebody to know. What's the difference on meaning? Do you understand the difference between somebody to versus somebody who?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, okay. So then the problem was there is a mistake that we commit, that we have false, let's call them false cookies. A cookie that you have learned, a group of words that you have learned that you repeat a lot, but that they are actually mistakes. You know what I mean? So it's incorrect to say somebody to know. Like the song Queen's song, Somebody to Love. Everybody knows that song. That doesn't mean that you can use that cookie in this specific context. Okay. So the way to correct this is identify your context and understand when is necessary to use the cookie. Got it?
Yes.
Perfect. Questions in the first one? Jesse, Chris.
No.
Cool. The next. Have you ever got injured practicing a sport? Have you ever got injured Practicing a sport. Okay. No, yes, you are correct. The most common expression is got. I was thinking it gotten, but gotten is like American. But now I have heard American people saying got. So in this exam, for if you're going to use a British exam, use got, sorry. And for American exams, use gotten. That's a tip I'm gonna give you. British exams, B2 first, IELTS, and that's it. B2 first and IELTS. American exams, TOEFL. Right? TOEFL
Okay.
and TOEIC is also American. Do you understand this one, Jesse and Elsie?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Next. Spanglish. How do you ask era para mí la pregunta in English? Anyone, give me ideas.
I think that the only part left is the person.
Exactly. That's the only word that we need in this question. Remember the usage of the verb to be. If in an affirmation, it's person and the verb to be. But in a question, you switch it. So then, what is the correct form? You activated
Was for I don't know.
no, because the word for me is a cookie.
Ah, okay.
You cannot say for I. But what was for me? What's the
It's
subject? Of course. Yes, of course, it's incorrect to say for I. But what is the subject in question?
It.
Exactly. Because it corresponds to the question. So if you want to say, hey, are you speaking to me? The correct form to say is, well, you need the person it. To represent the question. Correction. How do you say it, Elsie?
The question was for me.
The question was for me, but you are not checking this part. Use it to represent the question.
It was for me.
Perfect. That is an affirmation. How do you transform that into question? It was is an affirmation.
Was it for me?
Exactly. Every time you want to say, hey, are you talking to me? You should think in the cookie, was it for me? Was it? And the best way to think about it is, was it? Was it? Was it? Like, put it together. Put them together. Questions? Let's continue. Fortunately, I didn't have any injury. Okay, this one was the didn't. There is a difference between it's technically structure 5 versus structure 6. Let's talk about the handbook. Do you have your handbook?
Yes.
Very good. What about the rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. If you go to your handbook and you go to structure 5, what is the title of it?
Mm,
Past, finish, actions.
Finished actions. Very good. Finished actions or specific events in the past. Now look at this very closely, okay? If you say, I didn't get an injury, you are talking about a specific event in the past.
okay. Mhm.
You get it?
Yes.
How do you talk about your life in general? In
I
your
have been,
correct.
yes.
Exactly. I haven't, but been is a verb, and in this
Yes.
you don't need the word been.
I haven't had
Correct.
or get. I'm not sure.
Get or have,
Oh, sorry.
any of them.
Uh,
Whenever this happens to you, when you have two options,
mhm.
select only one and repeat the sentence.
Okay.
So then what is the correct answer?
I suppose get.
Yes, both are correct actually.
Okay.
In this case, both are
Okay.
correct.
I have had
That's positive.
injury. An injury.
That's positive.
Sorry. I haven't had
Yes,
injury.
exactly. Fortunately.
Okay. Yes.
Now you are talking about your life. You see? The correct form in this case was haven't, not didn't. So remember,
Okay.
haven't to talk about your life, didn't to talk about a specific event. Questions? Good. Next.
Yes.
This is a very important mistake here. I'd say do you remember the street light when we were talking about the feedback? I think most of the feedbacks that we are giving right now are color red. Okay. This will be color red. Haven't, didn't get. Yeah, this is color red because you were not talking about an event in the past. Somebody to know. I think this will be yellow because technically it's correct also to say the injured, but you meant injury. So it's a suggestion. And the cookie was technically is not incorrect to say this, but by context, you need a different thing. So again, suggestion. But in this one, that one is a massive mistake because you can never use the verb ing without the verb to be.
Okay.
You know, never use the ing without.
In my mind, I pronounced I'm.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm. Sometimes it happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. Is in your mind or you are thinking about it, but your pronunciation, or probably you are focused on the next word and you forget to pronounce it. That is very, very common. So don't think about the next word. Keep working with the words that you are like put the same speed. Don't accelerate yourself so you can focus better on what you're pronouncing. Also, you know why? If you focus your mind on the verb to be, you are going to say the correct time because you can say, you have three options. I, don't be sad. I am running, I was running, or I have been running. Which one matches your context?
I have been run.
I don't remember what you said. Honestly, I don't remember why you said that one.
Mm,
I would need context.
I said that as an example that I haven't practiced any
Or
sport.
Not really. I I I remember I say that because yes, I say that because I was talking about the I have I haven't had that injury
an injury. Actually,
because I
you know
didn't.
what?
Yes,
Both of you. It's because both of you committed the
yes,
mistake.
yes. Elsie,
Yes.
Elsie say too. I remember, but
Uh-huh.
first I was
Yeah, totally. Uh-huh. But you know what? You committed the same mistake, but you needed different corrections. In the case of Elsie, you need to say, I don't remember Elsie's context. Help me more, Elsie. Because yes, you said, okay, uh, I have not practiced any sport. Continue. What else did you say?
But now I'm running every morning and I
Uh-huh.
haven't get injured or something like that.
Exactly. Having got, not get. Having got. Okay, in that case, Elsie, you are correct. But I'm running in every morning. In this case, is correct. I suggest that if you're saying every morning, don't say running, say you run. You know? So that will be structure 2 versus structure
Two
3.
routines?
Routines.
Okay.
Exactly, because you are saying every morning. That means that this is not momentary. You see? And that's partially probably the reason why we are not, or we are high. In this case, you don't need the verb to be. So be careful. Time expression. If it's every, if it's constant, if it's routinary, it's better to use the verb in simple form. And in the case of Jesse, yes, don't forget to say be. That happens a lot to you. Very often.
Yes.
All right. The next one time I have a H. This is definitely a color red because we have an issue. I don't know what you meant, Chris.
One time I have a H.
Okay.
I,
Yes.
Or it was Yessi?
I wanted to say painful. Yes, painful. Pain. Yes, I don't know what is called.
One time I have a painful.
Let me think. Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Yes, a pain.
A
A
pain.
pain on my feet.
Okay. Pain is uncountable.
Okay.
You cannot say
Pain.
exactly.
Just pain.
Pain
Okay, that's the word.
That's the problem.
Yes, sorry. Is one time I felt a pain.
Whoa. Correction.
Sorry. One time I felt pain
Yes.
in on my feet.
On my feet. Yes. Yes. Okay.
I, I don't know what I said.
Don't use a or an for uncountable nouns. Pain, sore throat, headache. No, headache is countable. Stomach ache is countable. Pain is uncountable. Injury is countable. So yes, you need to manage which one is countable and which one is not. Okay. And that's color red, eh? That's very, very important to start discriminating. Okay. Another one for yes. Don't happen some more. Vocabulary. The word that you needed was anything else. Anything or nothing else.
Or again.
Or again.
Or again. Yes.
No, there's another expression that says nevermore.
Okay.
Or never again, as you said, but you need to
Yes,
say never.
Never. Okay.
You know?
Don't happen.
The thing is, some you have to study the difference between some, any, and many and much. You know, some, any, many, and much. You are having so much trouble with that because some is positive, and if you're speaking in negative, that's contradictory. The same way with more. More is positive. If you're speaking negative, that's contradiction. The word is else.
Okay.
Okay. The word nevermore is a cookie. That's why, honestly, I prefer the first one. Anything and nothing else. Next. But after. It's different to say but after that, than to say only after. Okay? Think about this, Jessie. I take a shower after I have my breakfast. What happens first, the shower or the breakfast?
Mm, I take a shower after the breakfast.
So what happens first?
The breakfast?
Exactly. You see? And if I say I take a shower after that, I have my breakfast, what happens first?
I suppose that take the shower.
Exactly. Because after that collocates the correct position of words. And only after is the contrary, actually.
Yes.
Take that note. After that is the order of the words, and after is the contrary.
Ah, okay, okay. After that is the order of the words.
That one we already said, but it's an important character in English. That's it. Before to another, gonna have you ever in a sport in a place? In this case, Elsie, we're gonna go to a yellow word. Suggestion. Elsie, did you say boring or bored? Because I think
Boring.
boring, ing?
Yes.
In that case, you are correct.
Ah, yes.
Pronounce it. Yes, yes, yes. Pronounce it very clear and open very, very big when you say boring.
Boring.
Because I heard you saying bored or like a combination of boring and bored, and I was not sure which one you were saying.
It was for confuse you.
I imagine. Yeah.
No, yeah.
It was like, oh, boring. It was a confusion, a hybrid of both. I understand. The correct one was boring. Okay. And finally, I don't get any injury in this moment. This one over here, Elsie, for you was exactly the one that happened to yes. I don't get any injury in this moment. You are not talking about your present.
No. I haven't. I haven't get any injury.
I haven't get this present.
Ah, I haven't got any injury.
What is the past of get? Past participle.
Oh, sorry. I haven't gotten.
Exactly. This is
Sorry.
structure 5. 6. Mhm. Structure 6 to talk about your life in dinner. Suggestion. Oops. Let me open a circle with yellow. No, I'm covering this. Over here. Suggestion say at the moment instead of this moment. We are going to discuss the difference between one and another after Jessie passes attendance. Hello, Jess. Good night.
Hello, Mr. Good night. Good night, everyone. I will take attendance, please. Is here Elsie? Hello, Elsie. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Thank you, Elsie. Christian? Hello, Christian. Good night.
Good night. Hello.
Thank you, Christian. Hello. And Jessie. Hello, Jessie. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Thank you, Jessie. So, thank you, everyone. Teacher, I don't know if there was somebody else.
That's it, milady.
All right.
It's all good.
All right. So, thank you, everyone. Have a good night and good rest. Very well, teacher.
Likewise.
Thank you.
You too, my lady.
Thank
Thank
you. You too.
Teacher, is better if I use yet?
Definitely.
Okay.
It's better to use yet that matches structure 6. You know, in the handbook, you have structure 6 correspond to yet. But the suggestion in this case, if you are not going to say yet, then you can say at the moment, because you can say, well, at the moment would be a synonym to yet. But in this moment is more like right now.
Yes.
So there is a difference on the preposition.
Yes.
That would be pretty much it. Very good. So in the case of Chris, you had a very, very good structure, but pay and take a lot of notes on the vocabulary that we used. Remember this question, I think that will be beneficial for you to take notes in this. Remember about the uncountable nouns. Sometimes a and an can be tricky. And these words, the difference between after that, after, anything or nothing else, and God versus God. And word transformation too. Injure versus injury. I heard you having some issues with these two words.
Okay, teacher.
Very good. Very, very nice. Take a note, my people. We did a very splendid job. Study these mistakes, and tomorrow we continue practicing our speech. Okay?
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
You too. Have a very
Thank you.
wonderful
Good
night.
night.
See
Let's
you.
have some dinner. Hungry. Bye-bye.